Okay guys, here's another video lesson for you. This is on the Wednesday part of your homework for this week. Hope everybody's doing okay. Number 11 says find the product. The way I want you to set this up, either on your own paper or on this paper, if you can write small enough, is just to put those two numbers on top of each other like you would any time you're multiplying. You don't have to line up the decimals. In this case, they just happen to line up. So we'll start by multiplying everything by 5. Ignore the decimals for the moment. Multiply everything by 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Carry the 1. 5 times 0 is 0 plus 1 is 1. 5 times 7 is 35. Okay, that takes care of the first row. We'll drop down. We put our 0 placeholder. And then we multiply everything times 8. 8 times 2 is 16. Carry the 1. 8 times 0 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. 8 times 7 is 56. Now we make sure everything's lined up and we add it. 0 plus 0 is 0. 6 plus 1 is 7. 5 plus 1 is 6. 3 plus 6 is 9. And 5 plus nothing is 5. Now, here's the tricky part. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places in my problem, which means that I have 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places in my answer. So the answer to number 11 is 5 and 967 thousandths. You don't need that 0 on the end, but it's okay if you put it. You might count it wrong in the Google form if you put the 0, but I'll fix it when I grade it myself. Okay, number 12. At the annual hot dog eating contest, Mitchell eats 45 hot dogs in 3 minutes. What is Mitchell's unit rate? What we're trying to find out here is how many hot dogs can he eat in 1 minute. The two things we're comparing are hot dogs and minutes. His rate is 45 hot dogs in 3 minutes. What we want to know is how many hot dogs in 1 minute. So I can set this proportion up and solve it. So I'll multiply 3 times x and 45 times 1, which will give me this equation, 3x equals 45. To solve this equation, I divide 45 by 3, which is 15. Mitchell can eat 15 hot dogs per minute. And this is another one that might get counted wrong in the Google form, but don't worry, I will look at it and fix it for you. Alright, that's the answer to number 12, 15 hot dogs per minute. Number 13 is, again, integer rules. When you add two integers and they have different signs, you actually subtract. You find the difference between 25 and 15, and it's 10. It's always going to be 10. It's never going to be anything else. Don't make this more complicated than it is. So you find the difference in the two numbers, and then the sign of the largest absolute value number goes with your answer. So the answer to this one is negative 10. Negative 25 plus 15 is negative 10. Now, the next one's a little trickier, but if you think about it, two negatives make a positive. When I say I don't not like you, that means I like you. So when you have a double negative like that, all you have to do is add the two absolute values. And 8 plus 3 would be 11. So the answer there is 11. Alright, number 14. Kathy swims at least 6 laps every day. Write an inequality to show how long Kathy swims each day. So if it's at least, that means it's greater than or equal to 6. And you always start an inequality with a variable. So your answer, x, is greater than or equal to 6. Number 15, solve for n and write the equation. So we need to figure out what's happening to x to create this y in our table. 5, let's see, plus 5 is 10, or 5 times 2 is 10. what we need to figure out, is it times 2 or is it plus 5? Is 6 plus 5 12? No. Is 7 plus 5 14? No. But times 2 is true because 5 times 2 is 10. 6 times 2 is 12. 7 times 2 is 14. And what number times 2 equals 20? That gives us our n, of course, it's 10. 10 times 2 equals 20. The equation always starts with your y. Y equals 2 times x. Nothing else is necessary on this problem. All right, I will see you in a little while with the answers to 16 through 20. Hope you're having fun. Oh, and by the way, the answer is a polygon. Yeah.